Hey guys. Okay, so this is part two to the consumer experience. I know when we were last on here, we talked about the agent sites and the landing pages, the standalone pages. And so today we're going to be talking about the app settings, right? And what we want to set up is your experience, your client's experience on the KW app, right? For those of you who have downloaded the app, you know that in there at the bottom, as a matter of fact, let me pull it up on my phone real quick. So you know at the bottom, it goes search, feed, guide, saved, and more. Well, one of the things that you set up through here on command is the guide, right? And so that's why there's a guide builder right over here. So if your clients were to land on buying guide or seller guide, that thing is customized to you, okay? So you can see that this is the buying guide created by me and the number of steps here, okay? And this one has 9 steps and I have 4 clients that are on it. If I go ahead and I click the edit button, you can see what this kind of looks like for me, right? Start your search, get pre-approved, tour homes, make an offer, execute contract, home inspection, home insurance, home warranty, close, and then I can add steps, okay? So when you're in here and you click on one of these, you can actually now go and edit each one of these steps. You can upload a picture, change the card title, and change the card subtitle. Each of these open up to something bigger, and that's the workspace details, right? So you can see tour homes and check out, this is pretty long if you see me scrolling over here, right? Has a ton of information. So you want to make sure to go in there and check those out, make sure you're good with those, okay? So when you first get on the consumer site, much like the agent site, we go back here. When we're here, there is a guide builder, guide builder Kelle guide. Okay. So you would be able to, now it's not going to show up on my end again because I've already done it. But what you want to do is make sure that you look for the Kelle guide for doing the app. Okay. So right here, learn more with Kelle guides. And which Kelle guide would you like to complete? Agent site or consumer settings? This is the one that you want, okay? Consumer settings. You click on that and you click continue. Okay, so what should I expect to get out of this guide? Learn how to set up and customize your client's experience with your app, right? So you can see that we're gonna set up your KW app, customize your guides, and then market your app, all right? So when you click on get started, you can see that get a premium app experience, manage client relationships, and share your app with your clients. Okay. So I do not want to, you can click on these, just FYI. And if you do so, I recommend you right click and open in a new tab. Okay. So that you can go and read about it here. And this kind of goes on about what you're about to experience, right? Like how you can go and change a lot of these things and what it looks like. So just FYI, that can be very beneficial to view these, learn more. But to actually get started in the guide, what you do is you come down to the next button, this green one, and you click next. And so up here, we just left the education tab. That was where you could click learn more on those 3. Now we're on consumer settings. And much like the agent site guide that we looked at, you now can take a look and right here, app download, right? So if you click on that button, this will open up and you can change what the app download landing page looks like. So you can make the hero text kind of like on the your agent site, right? That very first, that's what you're kind of changing here. The hero text is the main landing page's wording that a client would read, right? So you're just a couple clicks away. And then my app URL is right here. You can't change that. It's set to you by default, but you can copy it. And then if you notice, the code here is the same code for your text code. So this is the code that you would text agents. I'm sorry, you would tell your clients to text 87778, text that code, and it'll send them the link to download the app on their phone. So when you're done here, pretty straightforward, right? Hero text, app URL, app text code. Not much to do here except for the hero text. So you go ahead and you click save and continue. And now it takes you to your guide builder. This is the same guide builder that I showed you guys just a little bit ago, but this kind of actually walks you through setting it up. It's a little bit more friendly, because it's guiding you to do so. So here on setup, we click the next button and you say, okay, what do I want to work on? My buyer's guide or my seller's guide? Okay, so if you click on buyer's guide, we're just going to do the buyer's guide for this tutorial right now. You do buyer's guide, you click next, and then you can see introduction. And your introduction looks like this on the left, right? I have decided, right, to call it your timeline guide. I could change it to say, right, your buying timeline guide. And you can see it says, congratulations on starting the process of buying your home. This timeline will guide you, sorry about the messages, guys. This timeline will guide you through the steps required, right? Now, this will have like a default message in here, like Paul, I need to change it. Alex will be providing insights on each step. You don't need to follow it exactly, but we do recommend you consider each step, especially if you are first time buying. And then that could be a little bit better, right? If you are a first time buyer, all right? So you make those changes, very simple, right? This is just the introduction, and then you go next. And you guys will recall this, right, from when I showed you the guide builder back on the settings page, what this looks like in the app. So now you can come over here and there you have start your search. And just like on the agent site builder, you can click the little black arrow here and this will expand this accordion menu and you can change these, right? Just for the sake of just showing you guys, right? I can say begin your search, right? I'm gonna leave it on start, right? I'm a big fan of start your search, but just so you see, you change that title, it changes it over here, right? So start your search. And then the first step in the home buying process, right, etc., and the image, okay? One thing I want you to notice, you cannot edit from the guide builder that very long part that I showed you, the workspace. You can't make changes to that here, okay? That all you can edit from the guide builder is these boxes, right? Like where they show up here. So once I'm all good and happy with the pictures, I'm going to go ahead and close this one, right? And just so you know, if for some reason you made a step and you need to change it, you can drag and move these accordingly, just like that, okay? So let me move this back, just like that. So just know if you go, oh, you know what, I really want to talk about a step in between start your search and get pre-approved, right? All you do is add guide step, say, consultation sit down. I'm just kind of winging something here just to show you guys how you can consultation sit down. And then brief description, right? Like prior to going out and making offers, we love to sit down with you and discuss your needs. We want to ensure we do our jobs right the first time. Okay, then you would pick an image, right? See if I have one that I can get to real quickly. Just got a new laptop, so don't know if I have too many pictures on here, but I'm gonna just pick like an office setting here. Okay. And then I can click um, make sure you don't click next, because what we still need to do, right, is now close this consultation sit down and drag it to the top here, right? And I want it to put it, if it lets me. You might need to take some steps along the way, right? Like it'll only do a couple at a time. There we go. Okay. So if you guys look, I have start your search, get pre-approved, consultation sit down, right? There's my image, the office setting image that I used and prior to going out. And it's just like that, okay? Now, what if you don't like a step? You can go into that one step and then delete this guide step, just like that. So make sure you really do want to delete it, because it doesn't ask for confirmation or anything, right? So, okay, so once you're done, you click the next button and you can see that we're all done with the buyer's guide. And then part two, you can make a seller's guide. You would click add guide, say sellers, and go through all the motions, right? No different. So once you've done the setup, the introduction, the guide, you can now review and enable. So let me just go through here real quick. Okay, so once you make it here, you can see that we got a buyer's guide, got the seller's guide. If you wanted to edit them further right now, you can. But once you've had both of them, right, you then can click the next button. And here, you guys can see, just following the timeline here, consumer settings, guide builder, smart plan. If you want to promote your app right now, you can. Just so you know, you can totally make your own from scratch smart plan, but only the promote my app smart plan has this email, like an HTML email with this pretty picture and get on-demand real estate information you crave all in one place. So you need to use that smart app plan, that my app smart plan. And then on day two, it would send out a text message. If you have Twilio, it would send it for you, and you can see, hey, this is Alex, or hey, this is agent first name with agent team name. Did you see that a neighbor listed a home in your area? Download my brand new KW app to check it out, right? So you are probably thinking to yourself, I kind of want to edit this. And at the moment, you can't edit that my app smart plan. Okay, so and so I just want to let you guys know that's one of my current hangups with this, just for full transparency, that I can't edit this message right now, or otherwise, because I really love the email. It's just the text message that I would want to change. But if you are happy with it, if you're cool with everything that it says, then from here, you would be able to add people with the plus symbol, okay? And you can do it by tags. You could search by name, or you could say, hey, select all. And that select all is only going to add the first 20 people in the list. So you just have to choose how you want to search by, right? Now, if we scroll down, right, the promote your app, we can then go ahead and click the next button here, and you can see your app is ready to go. So the guide builder is very simple. Um, don't get me wrong, it's maybe a little tedious when you're going through and if you want to change out the pictures and the wording and really make it your own. But a lot of that stuff that you saw written was in there by default. It wasn't like I did all that and it, it's in there from before. All of that is like default information. And you can just go through and tweak a few things and make it your own. Once you're all done, you can see how you can share it with your sphere, and by going to designs, you can you can do one of the neighborhood videos that you guys have seen on previous trainings, right? And that's that data-driven video, or craft your advertising strategy by making a modern print campaign to target, ads across Facebook, Google, and more, right? So running an ad like I showed you about what the text ago, you could totally advertise, your app. So, and that's pretty much it. And when you're all done here, right, there is one little line here, like want to learn more, view future or past live streams on Connect Live. But if you're all done here, what you do is you just hit the X button and it'll take you back here. And by the way, if you go to Guide Builder, one more time, just so we're all on the same page, this is where you can say, nope, I need to edit the buyer's guide. And I need to edit the start your search. And I either want a different picture or I don't. But I want to work on the workspace details, right? What it looks like when they click on this step. When it opens up, what does it read? And that's all this right here. So just to show you guys that one more time, okay? And your introduction, it still says Paul, so let me just change that real quick, right? Alex will save changes. And I think it said Paul in the seller's guide as well. Probably something that I overlooked, right? So now I'm going to the same place. And boom, just like that. Pretty easy. If you ever need to make any edits, again, just like the agent site, site and app settings right up here. URLs, themes, site pages, right? You can see that it's all pretty fairly agent site related, except for right down here. Download app landing page, right? Where you can edit the hero text. That's about the only thing with the app that you can do in the app and settings. So if you really want to mess with the guides, you go to Guide Builder or go through the Kelle guide one more time. All right. So pretty straightforward today, guys, not super long. So just make sure that you are doing that so that people are getting, a you experience when they download the app. But other than that, if you have any questions about any part of the consumer experience, whether that's the agent website or the guide builder, just let me know. All right. So thanks so much. See you guys soon.